Hello and welcome to the PC Machine Tech Help Show. I'm your host, Craig Chamberlain, and today's unboxing video is going to be unboxing this nice little motherboard right here. Now, this particular motherboard is for a basic system. I'm not building this computer for myself. By the way, I will be doing a video series on assembling this computer with all these parts. This is a basic run-of-the-mill machine, which is pretty top of the line for your everyday tasks. If you install a high-end graphics card on it, which I won't be in this system, you'll have a pretty solid gaming machine for under $700. But let me go ahead and get started here. This is the P8H67-M-LE. It's by ASUS. I do like ASUS's motherboards, and this particular motherboard has a really nice BIOS. We'll look more at that later when we're assembling the machine. And I have over here a picture of it. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. Like any motherboard, you just flip it and open it up on the outside, and you're greeted with your basic packaging. You can flip this part up, and in here is some of your run-of-the-mill motherboard cables. Here we have a serial ATA cable. This looks like a 3 GB per second cable. Also included, it looks like there is a 6 GB per second cable, which is nice. And what we have here is the motherboard in a static bag, static protection. We'll go ahead and pull it out so you guys can take a look at it. Here's the motherboard. It's a pretty good looking motherboard. As you can see here, I've got some of the layout here. This particular motherboard does have a gigabit LAN port. It's got what you would expect. Ethernet jacks, USB ports as well. Has a DVI and a VGA connector. For your video cards. This is onboard video. I won't be using onboard video for this system. I never like to use onboard video unless I have to. And we have a hybrid here for a PS2 connector if you have an old keyboard or mouse that uses one of those connectors. And we have a couple more USB ports, so it looks like there's 4 total. It does have onboard audio as well. Anything else I missed there? Doesn't look like it. It's using the chipset, which is an Intel H67 chipset. Pretty solid chipset. This particular board has 4 out of 5 eggs on Newegg. Here on the back side is actually where they put the serial ATA connectors. They're right here. You get 2 6 GB per second ATA connectors and 4 3 GB serial ATA connectors. In this particular system, I'm going to be utilizing one of the 6 GB per second for the hard drive and one of the 3 GB per second for the CD-ROM drive. And then here's your power connectors, your memory connectors, and you have also 2 slots for PCI cards and 1 PCI Express 2.0 card for your graphics card. Now the slot on this is an LGA1155. It's not the latest and greatest. I don't like to buy the latest and greatest, to be honest with you. I think people overpay for that. But we will be installing a Core i3 on this board, not the i5 I opened in a previous video. And you have 2 power connectors here for the actual Core i processors. Let's see if there's anything else in here. We have the ASUS user manual, which also includes the motherboard drivers, which is always good. And it is Windows 7 capable, and it's also supporting Windows XP. I will be installing Windows 7 64-bit on this system. And always important, you have your ASUS power sticker that you can put on the front of your cabinet. I always like when they do that with the motherboards. Some of them don't do that, some vendors. And lastly, you have your rear shield for blocking your rear ports when you install it in the chassis. Now, that's all there is to this video. This is the unboxing of the ASUS, again, motherboard P8H67-M series motherboard. I paid $88 for this on Newegg. I'm sure you can find it cheaper on Amazon or something. But again, I buy most of my products through Newegg just because I found them reliable and I get the products quick. So thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned. I have more products to unbox. And remember, I will be assembling a computer with these. So hopefully you guys can learn how to assemble one yourself. So thanks again.